Good evening, everybody. Thank you all for coming. Kind of rushed in from our board meeting, so I'm glad we're here. Good evening and welcome to Truliant's 72nd annual meeting. We're excited to have you all with us as we reflect and summarize Truliant's 2023 achievements. Before we get started, I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge my fellow Truliant volunteers and thank them for their service. Directors Greg Johnson, Jimmy Wilson, Greg Thrush, Secretary, Barbara Demarest. I know Barbara. Where's Barbara? Barbara. Steve DeLacy, I think is joining remotely. Kim Gatling, here in the front row. Martha Logeman. I saw Martha. And B. Rodriguez, I think, is joining remotely as well. Our associate directors, Regina Hayward, right here, and Tom Harding, newest associate director. Our supervisory committee, Mark Gabriel, Donald Bowler, and Jonathan Bethel. And before we really get started, I did want to take a moment to recognize one of our board members in particular, Greg Thrush. Greg is stepping down as a director as of this meeting. This will be his last official meeting as a board director, but he'll be becoming a board member emeritus. But I wanted to take this moment to recognize Greg. We've got a plaque here for Greg. You want to stand for just a second? At least.
Sure.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Greg has served. Got a nice certificate to recognize your years of service. But Greg has served the credit union for 30 years. It's been my pleasure. It's been pretty amazing. I've been on the board for 12 years, and Greg has been an outstanding mentor for me and for the organization in general. Just incredibly dedicated, and we're going to miss him as a director, but Greg is willing to step down and be a director emeritus, which means he can still continue to volunteer, and I know he'll give it everything he's got, just like he has for all 30 years. So thank you, Greg. I want to recognize you. Let's see. Hard act to follow that. Okay, now I want to call the meeting to order. The Federal Credit Union Handbook requires that our annual meeting be conducted in accordance to Robert's Rules of Order, and it's customary to utilize a parliamentarian in case of need. I therefore appoint Anderson Langford, Truliant's Chief Credit Officer, as parliamentarian for this meeting. Anderson, as our appointed parliamentarian this evening, will you please establish that a quorum is present?
Mr. Chairman, the bylaws require that at least 15 members be present to establish quorum, and there are more than 15 members present tonight.
Thank you, Anderson. Last year, a committee was appointed to approve the minutes of the annual meeting. The 2023 committee included Steve DeLacy, Martha Logeman, and Jimmy Wilson. Those minutes were approved, and tonight I appoint Kim Gatling, Greg Johnson, and B. Rodriguez as members of the committee charged with approving tonight's meetings. Thank you. And now I'll entertain a motion that the agenda be adopted as presented.
So moved.
Second. Motion from Greg, second from Martha. All in favor signify by saying aye. 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 Great, very good. Thank you. I'm going to give my remarks now. In 2023, Truliant's outward accomplishments were clear for all to see. The opening of our new operations center at Haynes Mall, the lighting of a Winston-Salem skyscraper with our name, these are symbols of trust, reliance, forward thinking, and innovation. But to truly appreciate our accomplishments, we need to peek behind the curtain. We need to look at the quiet but powerful maintenance of our key pillars in our business model, staying relevant, meeting the needs of our workforce, remaining the financial provider of choice, strategic growth, and being more effective and efficient for our members. As technology eliminates barriers to convenience, we are giving Truliant employees the necessary digital tools to compete in a constantly changing landscape of financial services. To grow, we are changing with the environment and working more efficiently to ensure our strong financial health through responsible practices. We've always been and always will be a people business. The entire board of directors recognizes the need to balance the growth of digital innovation with commitment to personal service. We are laser focused on increasing Truliant's ability to use real-time data to solve our members' needs more quickly. And we are continuing to strengthen our ability to grow by enhancing community relationships through our corporate footprint. One of several long-term efforts to better reflect the communities that we serve came to fruition last year. For the first time in our history, with the election of two new members to the board of directors, a majority represents racial and gender diversity. It's kind of sticking together. This long-term effort helps us more closely align with our members and allows more diverse perspectives into the boardroom. Board diversity plays a crucial role in the shaping and development of Truliant's strategic direction. While a recession did not materialize in 2023, it was still a volatile economic environment. The year was spent adapting to waves of rolling interest rates, inflation, and the persistent challenges that have remained from the last few business cycles. We did not stray from our mission of improving lives by putting our members first. One of our most important jobs as a board is to anticipate challenges. We look several years down the road and take actions that best serve our members and employees as we traverse the tricky evolutions of our economic environment. We are fortunate that Truliant is a resilient organization with a strong set of values built around member service. Creating more meaningful relationships with our members is the key to ensuring their financial lives are secure and continue to improve. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce Jimmy Wilson to deliver the treasurer's report.
Hello. Truliant experienced an exceptional year in 2023 with balanced growth in our performance metrics. Truliant was able to achieve continued growth in assets, deposits, and loans while continuing to maintain its always strong net worth position in an unprecedented year of higher interest rate and market volatility. The more significant financial highlights in 2023 are detailed as below. Asset growth. Net assets grew by $1.04 billion to $5.17 billion, an increase of 25.2%. This compared to National Credit Union average growth of 4.1%. Deposits grew by $983 million to $4.46 billion, an increase of 28.25%. This compares to the national average growth for credit unions of 1.8% in 2023 and 3.3% in 2022. Loans grew by $699.68 million to $3.9 billion for the year, which is an increase of 21.8% compared to the national average of 6.7%. Our net worth at the end of the year was $373 million, an increase of $10.8 million or 2.98%. Our GAAP financial statement net worth was 7.22% in 2023 compared to 8.78% at 2022. And with the addition of $50 million of supplemental capital and the implementation of CECL, which are our loss ratio calculations, and strategic deposit growth, our regulatory net worth decreased from 9.99% in 22 to 8.42% in 23. In 2023, the credit union did decide strategically to grow our deposits to obtain a competitive advantage for lending coming into this year, into 2024, which impacted the net worth. But the National Credit Union Administration considers net worth of over 7% to be well capitalized. So net worth, of course, is what provides our cushion for safety and soundness for our negative financial situations we might encounter. Finally, the net income. Total net income was $30.8 million compared to net income of $40.5 million of 2022. Our return on assets was 0.68%, which is compared to an industry average of between 0.68% and 0.70%. And this was achieved in spite of a rapid increase of our cost for our funds related to deposits this past year. And because of our market expansion, investing in enhanced services for our members, our operating expenses increased in 2023 by $33 million. This increased our ratio of net operating expenses from 3.75 up to 3.98% for 2023. Our delinquency loan ratio was 0.8% for last year compared to 0.75% for 2022, and this compares with a national average of 0.78%. The strength of 2023 financial performance is a result of Truliant remaining true to our mission of improving members' lives and putting members first. By continuing to conduct our business in a fiscally responsible manner, Truliant has improved its overall financial condition. And in staying true to our mission and maintaining strong financial performance, our organization can continue to pursue critical strategic initiatives such as enhancing the number and quality of ways we can serve our members. Through these efforts, we strive to improve the lives of our members in all of our markets. And that's our 2023 financial report. Thank you.
Thank you, Jimmy. And now Mark Gabriel, Chair of the Supervisory Committee, will deliver the Supervisory Committee report. Thanks, Mark.
On behalf of the Supervisory Committee, I'm proud to share that the independent certified public accounting firm Doran Mayhew audited the credit union's 2023 financial statements and gave an opinion that the financial statements are presented fairly in all material respects and are in conformity with accounting principles generally accepted in the United States of America. A more detailed report of the Supervisory Committee can be found in the 2023 annual report, which is available on Truliant's website.
Thank you, Mark. And now I have the pleasure of introducing Truliant's President and CEO, Todd Hall, to give his remarks to the annual meeting. Thank you, Todd.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Good evening, everyone. Very nice to see you all. As I reflect on the accomplishments and challenges of 2023, I am filled with gratitude for the unwavering confidence of our members. Our team's relentless efforts fueled excellence at Truliant, putting our members in a greater position to prosper. I, along with our board of directors and the entire management team, am optimistic about our future. It was a great year of significant accomplishments in a challenging environment. We redefined a new normal and are reinventing the office. We've done it in a way that aligns with the values of our company: respect for the individual, community engagement, financial wellness, environmental stewardship, and sustainability. Inflation and higher rates were the big themes of 2023. This environment made it difficult for new borrowers and for homeowners locked into lower rate mortgages. Homeowners were reluctant to move because of a tight housing inventory, higher prices, and more expensive loans. Higher interest rates drove up competition among our financial peers, but Truliant weathered the season, returning value to our members at each turn. Several high-profile regional banks failed, unsettling markets and shaking the financial community. We reminded our members that for more than 70 years, Truliant has protected their trust by following conservative principles that prioritize financial stability, as referenced by Mr. Wilson in some of those growth numbers. Unlike the failed institutions, Truliant did not have a large concentration of business in technology startups, venture capitalists, or crypto firms. Like many credit unions, we focus on people helping people and strengthening our local communities. We invest in the financial wellness of our members, their schools, and local charitable organizations. Despite the challenges of 2023, Truliant had a great year. Many important projects came to fruition. Our new operations center across the street transformed an empty retail store into a thriving workplace that supports growth, employee well-being, sustainability, and brand identity. Employees enthusiastically embraced it, and it's quickly becoming the go-to spot for gatherings, celebrations, and meetings. An additional benefit is that in its first year, our rooftop solar installations saved more than 300 tons of carbon dioxide emissions. The success of our expansion into upstate South Carolina was another bright spot. Our growing branch footprint is an economic boon to the development that is creating good-paying jobs, supporting commercial lending, communities, downtowns, engagement, and the expansion of Truliant at Work benefits program. One of our primary values is financial education. We continue to empower people with the knowledge to take control of their finances. From basic budgeting to investing insights, Truliant at Work, our workplace financial education program, makes members smarter and more confident about their finances. Last year, it reached more than 5,000 individuals. One area of particular pride is a program the Truliant Foundation debuted last year for students at University of North Carolina, Charlotte. It offers incentives for meeting financial milestones, and it nurtures the work that Truliant has done in high schools to help students become more financially independent. With our fintech partners, Truliant has improved its digital tools. Utilizing sophisticated modeling, our loan decision process is now better equipped to more equitably evaluate member finances across our diverse communities, helping diminish the biases that sometimes come with traditional models. With this increased efficiency comes more time and resources to better serve all of our members. We had key accomplishments in diversity, equity, and inclusion. Our work to create a more inclusive workplace is paying off. We started our first Employee Business Resource Group, or BRG, in 2022 to support the military, their families, and allies. Since then, we've added LGBTQ+ and Hispanic Latino BRGs, and most recently, a Woman and Allies BRG. These are intentional efforts to create a more inclusive workplace, and our culture thrives when it reflects the diversity of all our communities. At the end of 2023, Truliant surpassed $5 billion in assets and 323,000 members. We are noted as the 80th largest credit union in the United States by the leading industry trade groups. Being a leading credit union is a delicate balance. Our goal has never been to be the biggest, but to continue striving to be the best at fulfilling our mission to improve lives, provide great service, and offer straightforward financial solutions. I want to thank you for being here tonight, and that concludes my comments, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you, Todd. I'll lower this some now. It really is an honor to be a member of the member of the credit union, and also to be a volunteer. I mean, I'm so excited every time I run up down I-40 and I see our signage, and then going downtown on I-40, on Business 40 or Salem Parkway now. It's very, very impressive. So hats off to the team that's kind of pulled all that off. And now to announce the results of our 2024 Board of Directors election, which was conducted earlier this year. I'll ask Barbara Demarest to come up.
Good evening. I'm the chairman of the Governance and Nominating Committee, and on their behalf, I would like to report that the 2024 Board of Election concluded on February 5th, 2024. The results were certified by Yes Elections. We elected 4 directors. 3 will serve a 3-year term. Their names are Steve DeLasse, Regina Hayward, and B. Rodriguez. And 1 director, Jimmy Wilson, will serve a 1-year term. All elected terms begin today, April 22nd, 2024. Thank Thank you.
Thank you, Barbara. With that, I declare the report received, and congratulations to the 2024 Board of Directors election winners. Now, is there any further business to come before this assembly at our annual meeting? Is anyone aware of any new or unfinished business? Hearing none, on behalf of the entire Board of Directors and management team, thank you for joining us tonight, and I declare the 72nd annual meeting adjourned. Y'all have a good evening.